Hey, welcome back to the garage. We're working on the RS today. Now, you may have seen on my Instagram, I've had a little bit of a over-the-top ordering session. So we've ordered some engine protection. These are all genuine parts, apart from the rear hanger. That's not standard. So here we have the rear hanger. Then we've got a tank pad, the front axle slider, the rear wheel finisher. Now this, I ordered this because I thought it looked cool and then realised once fitted, you can't put the paddock stand on because it goes through the rear spindle. So I'm gonna have to play around and see which way I want to go with that. Leave it on, or just take it off when the paddock stand goes on, which whatever. And then the cowl. This comes separately. Ordered 2 separate parts. These are ridiculously expensive. Over 100 quid for this. So we've had the cowl, and then we've got all the bracketry to go with it. And then also the rear hanger, so we can get rid of those rear pegs. Right, we start off with, obviously, taking off the rear cowl. This is held on by a T30. Slide it back, and it reveals not a lot. And a 5mm Allen to remove the seats. I'm guessing we need to remove the seat to get to some more of the cables. Completely alien to me, this is, so we'll both be learning. We'll all be learning the same. So the tail tidy is held on with these T30s, so we have to drop that down. We're gonna have to split. We'll have to split this to get the indicators out and all the other bits and bobs. But let's drop it down for a start. So what you see me doing here is trying to look for the 3 connectors, 2 indicators and 1 for the number plate light. But there is only this one connector that I'm undoing now. It connects very little loom. You'll see later on when I take the tail tidy apart. It was just that one connector there, which I was partially correct in picking, but I thought maybe these ones were the indicators. But hey ho. Right then, let's get the tail tidy stripped. So the tail came off nice and neat. That little panel came off at the back as well. The connector's a bit tight to bung through there, so I just left that as is. Now we've got to split this, and from what I can see there's a T25 here, 5mm Allens, and then a couple there from what I can see. This is really well designed, just a shame it's far too long. And from what I can see, Triumph don't do an aftermarket version, which I'm quite surprised about really. It just slips off there. And there's a couple more fixings underneath. Yep, they're just clips on there. Then we have another one. This infill, we drop this infill down. And this one at the top, slides straight out. Quite a few parts to this. So there's all the individual wiring on a single harness. That's really good. So that's held in by the indicators. Hold it in. I like this whole design, but wow, there's a lot to it. Right, the number plate light. These screws, bolts, were not tight whatsoever. They're quite awkward to get to, and they're a T15. Was that T15 I picked up? Yeah, T15. So there's all the electrical parts out of the way that we're going to need on the new one. Right, this is going to be a little bit trial and error because I've got no instructions for this. I've just quickly looked on the Evotech site because obviously it's very similar to the Evotech one. It's just pretty much drawings and doesn't really highlight what the bolts are. So let's get on with it. Right, so that's quite obvious then. These really long bolts, because the original standard ones are not going to fit. Yeah, make sure I get them the right way around, Rob. So it's a 4mm Allen key that we want. Right, I forgot to record this bit because I was messing around and I turned the camera off. So as you can see there, I actually put the bracket on the wrong way on the tail light. So I've adjusted that and it's nice and smooth. The indicator cables obviously are quite long, so I've accommodated them, sort of like curled up around there, and the same with the tail light, coiled that around there, those connectors, and then the single harness. Hopefully there's enough there to go through, but I may have to pull these out, but we're going to have to see for the time being. Again, trial and error. I stopped filming because of messing around with the cables, trying to get them securely wrapped in there, as you just previously seen, and hoping I've left enough to plug back in the bike. I think I have, but we'll soon find out. The cable through there, and the little grommet. Just going to hold that together nicely, and I'm going to, because they're only short, I want to drop a bit of Loctite on there just to play safe, because they are quite shallow. Tightening those up and put some Loctite on there. I really do hope this cable is going to be long enough. And now the same with the number plate bracket. It's a little bit awkward because I don't want to get my hands in the way, so obviously you guys can see exactly what's going on. It's quite snug. And there we have it. So now the tail tidy is fully built. I've just popped the cable through the bottom section, through that little grommet, and route it back under these cables. That's that unit there. It's a little module for the suspension. Just a pure guess because it's got Ohlins written on it. And where did these ones go? Should have took a photo, Robbie. The hose go across there. Looks good enough. Both located, both in the right place. Just a word of caution. When this bottom panel drops out, watch out for these little rubber bushes. There's one right down here, one right down here, and then two up here. Fits on the cowls, and that holds this in. I don't think they're in right because that's why this fell off quite easily. Right, so that's module I just put back in. I've just pulled back out again so I could pull some cable through, because this is a little stiff. Let's get a couple of bolts in to hold it in place. So I've just popped those two in to hold it in place. Again, maybe I'm being a bit over the top, but I am going to put a little bit of Loctite on the threads. There wasn't any on the standard ones, but we're using different fixings here. Job's a good one. Hey, and there we have it. That's the tail tidy on the RS. A little bit of messing around because we didn't have the right instructions, but we found our way through and we got rid of this thing. Stretch my arm long enough. This great big barge hanging out the back. So you've seen what it's like. More to come, more accessories. Thanks again to all my new subscribers. It's been amazing. My count has shot up. More RS content to come, more bling. Until the next time, take care, ride safe.